Have you ever walked into your home and thought, why does it still feel messy no matter how much I clean? Or maybe every time you plan to tidy up, you just don't know where to start. I get it. I've been there too. A cluttered home doesn't just take up space. It weighs on your mind and makes everything feel heavier. In today's video, I'm sharing simple cleaning and organizing tips I've learned over the years. These aren't fancy theories. They're real habits that helped me turn a chaotic house into a calm, welcoming space. From clearing out what you don't need to streamlining your cleaning routine to small tricks that save both time and money, you'll find it all here. I've tested these methods myself, and the difference is amazing. My home feels lighter, and cleaning no longer feels like a never-ending battle. Trust me, even if you're busy, you can do this too. So if you're ready to enjoy that peaceful feeling when you walk through your door, keep watching until the end. And don't forget to like, share, or drop a comment with your favorite tip. Let's create homes that feel calm, cozy, and inspiring together. Cleaning truly begins in your mind, and the first step is to release the thought, I might need this someday. Holding on to everything just in case only fills your home with clutter and your heart with stress. Remind yourself that if you truly need an item in the future, you can always find a way to replace it. This simple belief makes it easier to let go of what no longer serves you today. Many women hesitate to part with things because they remember how much they spent. But the real value of an object isn't the price you once paid, it's the usefulness and joy it brings you now. If something sits untouched, it has already given you its worth, even if that worth was simply the lesson that you don't need it. Freeing space in your home is worth far more than a sunk cost, and letting go opens the door for a fresher, calmer living space. That's why I always suggest starting with the easy things. Don't begin with sentimental items because those pieces carry memories and can drain your energy quickly. Start instead with the easy wins: expired products, duplicate tools, old magazines, or clothes that no longer fit. Each small decision strengthens your confidence, and once you've built momentum, you'll find it far less painful to tackle the things that matter more. As you clear each shelf or drawer, notice how your space feels lighter and brighter. A tidy home isn't about perfection, it's about creating a place where you can breathe, relax, and welcome new possibilities. If that feels manageable, here's another habit that pairs perfectly with it. But of course, that's only the start. The next item on our list is absolutely essential for making this work. When I finally decided to get serious about digital storage, I wanted something secure, simple, and big enough to hold both my work files and our family memories. That's when I discovered the UGREEN NAS system, and it has truly changed how I manage everything. Think of it as your own private cloud sitting right at home, no more worrying about paying for endless subscriptions or wondering where your files are really stored. With space of up to 120 terabytes, it easily handles years of photos, videos, important documents, and even heavy work projects without a single hiccup. What I love most is the freedom from monthly fees. Once you buy the UGREEN NAS, it's yours to use for years, which saves a surprising amount over time compared to paying for cloud services every month. The setup is refreshingly easy, even for someone who isn't very tech-savvy. I had mine running in no time, and I could start transferring files right away. The system is designed with high-level security, so I feel confident knowing that private family photos and essential documents are protected. Another feature that delights me is the smart photo organization. UGREEN's Album Assistant automatically sorts pictures by people and places, so finding a specific memory takes seconds instead of hours of scrolling. Whether it's my children's milestones, vacation videos, or big work presentations, everything is neatly stored and easy to access. Best of all, I can pull up any file from my phone while out or from my computer at home. For anyone who wants safe, clutter-free storage without the constant fees, this personal cloud is a practical and stress-free solution. Now that the basics are covered, here's a small habit that makes a big visual impact. When it comes to clearing physical clutter, I've learned that speed and simplicity make all the difference. One of my favorite tricks is to set a timer for just 10 minutes, grab a donation bag, and challenge myself to fill it before the buzzer goes off. There's no time to second guess or overthink, just a quick, focused purge. This little game turns what feels like a chore into something almost fun, and you'd be surprised how much you can clear in such a short burst. Another method I swear by is the backward hanger test. At the start of a season, turn every hanger in your closet so the hook faces the wrong way. After you wear something, hang it back in the normal direction. 6 months later, the truth is right there. Anything still hanging backward is something you never reach for, making it so much easier to let go without guilt. If the idea of decluttering a whole room feels overwhelming, start with one single surface. Clear off a nightstand, the kitchen counter, or even the top of your dresser. That small, spotless space gives you an instant sense of calm and motivation to tackle the next area. It's amazing how a single clean spot can shift your mindset. I also follow the one-touch rule. Whenever I pick something up, I decide its fate immediately. Either put it back where it belongs, toss it, or add it to the donation bag. Never set it down to deal with later. While you're at it, cut down on duplicates. You likely don't need 3 spatulas, 5 travel mugs, or a drawer full of half-used pens. Keep the best, donate the rest. Finally, whenever inspiration strikes, I grab a small grocery bag and fill it with items to give away. It doesn't have to become a huge weekend project. One small bag at a time keeps clutter from creeping back and makes the process feel light and manageable. With that out of the way, here's another habit that saves even more time. The secret to a clutter-free home isn't a one-time marathon, it's the small habits you keep every day. One rule that has truly changed the way I shop is the simple one in, one out guideline. Whenever I buy something new, whether it's a pair of shoes or a kitchen gadget, I make sure to let go of a similar item. If a new sweater comes in, an older one gets donated. This little promise to myself keeps my closets and cupboards from quietly overflowing again. I also keep a dedicated basket right by the front door, and it has become a lifesaver. That basket holds anything that needs to leave the house: library books waiting to be returned, a dish I borrowed from a friend, or a small bag of donations ready for the next charity drop-off. Instead of scattering these items around the house, everything stays in one spot, making it easy to grab and go the next time I head out. Finally, I set aside just 30 minutes once a month to refresh a small area. It might be a single drawer, a shelf in the pantry, or the bathroom cabinet. By tackling these bite-sized spaces regularly, clutter never gets a chance to pile up into something overwhelming. These gentle, consistent habits keep my home calm and organized without ever feeling like a big, exhausting project. If you like that idea, you'll love what comes next. I used to be the kind of person who kept every little keepsake: tickets from old concerts, postcards from friends, tiny souvenirs from trips. Before I knew it, my closets were stuffed with boxes I never opened, and the memories I wanted to treasure felt more like a burden than a joy. Then I discovered a simple trick that completely changed how I hold on to sentimental things: the bounded memory box. Here's how it works. Pick out one beautiful, medium-sized box, something you enjoy looking at. This box becomes the only home for your most meaningful keepsakes. Every photo letter or small memento you decide to keep must fit inside it. That's the rule. No extra bins, no just-in-case storage. If the box is full, you can only add something new by removing something old. This gentle boundary forces you to pause and think about what truly matters. Do you really need every birthday card? Or just the one with a heartfelt note? Is that old ticket stub still meaningful, or has the memory already found a place in your heart? Over time, the box becomes a carefully curated collection of moments that genuinely bring you joy, not a mountain of clutter you never revisit. By setting a clear limit, you're not only keeping your home neat and peaceful, you're also honoring your memories in a way that feels intentional. Instead of dozens of dusty containers, you have one special box that tells your story beautifully. One of the simplest tricks I've learned for keeping my kitchen calm is what I call the right now mug wash. It sounds almost too easy, but it's a small habit that changes everything. Here's how it works the moment you finish your coffee, tea, or even a quick glass of water. Head straight to the sink and wash that cup before you set it down. No, I'll do it later. No, leaving it on the counter. Just a quick rinse and a few swirls with the sponge. Why is this so powerful? Because it only takes about 10 seconds when the cup is still fresh and the residue is wet. If you walk away, that same cup turns into a dried, stubborn mess that needs scrubbing, soaking, and far more effort. Later in the day, when you're tired or busy, that single dirty mug can feel like a bigger job than it really is, and then it multiplies as more cups pile up. This little ritual breaks the cycle of procrastination. It gives you an instant win and keeps your sink clear without a big cleanup session. I've noticed that when I do this, the whole kitchen stays tidier and I feel calmer walking past the counter. It's proof that the smallest habits repeated consistently can make the biggest difference in how peaceful your home feels. If that first change feels good, let's keep the rhythm going with this one. I call this my cloth retirement plan, and it's one of the simplest ways to keep a home clean while saving money and cutting waste. Instead of tossing worn-out clothes, faded towels, or old bed sheets, I give them a second life. First, I keep a small basket just for retirees. When a t-shirt gets too thin or a towel loses its softness, I cut it into palm-sized squares. No fancy tools needed, just a sharp pair of scissors. These little cloths go straight into a box I label all-purpose cleaning rags. The label matters. Everyone in the house knows exactly where to find them. The beauty of this habit is how green it is. By reusing fabric, I almost never buy paper towels. Every spill, every dusty corner, every greasy stovetop gets handled with these soft rags. After a quick spin in the washing machine, they're ready to work again. It's an effortless way to reduce single-use paper waste and keep the trash bin lighter. Busy days make this plan even more valuable. I don't have to dash out to restock paper towels or worry about running short. When a cloth gets too grimy, think heavy grease or paint. I simply toss it without guilt. Old fabric was headed for the trash anyway. Now it serves me twice. It's a small system, but it delivers quiet satisfaction. My counters stay clean, my budget thanks me, and I know I'm making a gentler choice for the planet. A box of rags may not look glamorous, yet it's one of the smartest retirement plans I've ever set up in my home. Every little action counts, so let's add one more easy win to your list. I've learned over the years that a home stays effortlessly clean when you give every item a clear, permanent place. Before I ever reach for a duster, I start by asking myself, where does this really belong? One simple rule keeps me grounded. One home for everything. Keys always land in a small dish by the door, spare change in a jar, remotes in a woven basket. It sounds obvious, but the habit of returning each object to its spot means the house never has a chance to unravel. I also swear by the 5-minute reset. Every evening just before I settle down with tea, I walk through the main rooms with a small laundry basket. Anything out of place, shoes, toys, mail, goes into the basket. Then I quickly drop each item in its proper corner. 5 minutes feels like nothing, yet I wake up to clear counters and calm rooms. It's a quiet gift to tomorrow's self. Cleaning tools deserve their own order too. Years ago, I kept bottles and sprays scattered everywhere. Now I keep a single caddy stocked with multi-purpose cleaner, microfiber cloths, and a feather duster. When a spill happens, I can grab the caddy and handle it in minutes. No hunting, no excuses. That little system saves more time than any fancy gadget I've tried. Another small secret: I tidy as I go. While the water boils, I wipe the stove. While waiting for the shower to warm, I give the sink a quick swish. These tiny in-between moments add up, so I rarely face a marathon cleaning day. It's like sneaking in extra breaths during a busy schedule, gentle but powerful. Finally, I protect white space. I don't fill every shelf or countertop. I leave room for air and light. An open corner or bare stretch of counter feels luxurious, and it reminds me that a peaceful home isn't about having more, but cherishing less. That's the heart of a truly tidy home: thoughtful places, small rituals, and the calm confidence that everything and everyone belongs. After you've tackled that space, let's move to something just as important, but often overlooked. I always tell friends that a tidy home doesn't have to mean a cabinet full of fancy cleaning products. In fact, one of my favorite tricks is simplifying the entire routine by using a single homemade solution. Instead of buying separate sprays for the kitchen counters, the bathroom mirror, or the floor, I mix up one bottle of all-purpose cleaner that handles almost everything. Here's how I do it. Take equal parts white vinegar and water, then drop in a few strips of orange or lemon peel. The citrus adds a gentle scent and helps cut through odors, while the vinegar naturally disinfects and shines. It takes less than 5 minutes to prepare, and I keep it in a simple spray bottle right under the sink. The benefits go beyond convenience. By refilling the same bottle, I cut down on piles of plastic containers and avoid bringing harsh chemicals into the house. It's kinder to the environment and much gentler on the air we breathe. The only exception is natural stone, marble, or granite, where vinegar isn't recommended. For a busy household, this little habit is a game changer. I no longer waste time hunting for the right cleaner or spending extra money on specialty products. One bottle does it all, from the kitchen table to the bathroom tiles, leaving my home fresh, simple, and sparkling with almost no effort. And then just one last habit to tie everything together. I spent years feeling completely frustrated with my cleaning routine. Every time I finished wiping down the shelves and finally got to the floor, I'd look back and see a faint, annoying layer of dust already settling on the fresh surfaces. I realized I was essentially cleaning the floor twice. For someone as busy as I am, wasting that time and energy felt like an absolute failure. I learned I was caught in the classic trap cleaning from top to bottom, but I discovered a simple trick that completely changed the game, and I swear by it now. I start with the floor. It sounds backward, right? But think about it. The floor is the dirtiest area, holding all the heavy debris and large particles. When I run the vacuum or sweep that heavy dirt away first, I've dealt with the bulk of the mess. Then when I move up to my high surfaces, my shelves and tables, the fine dust that drifts down is minimal. This method does two amazing things for me. First, it saves a bit of energy because I only have to run the vacuum cleaner once. It's my little nod to a greener routine. Second, and most important for my busy life, it makes the whole process feel seamless and efficient. There's no starting over, no repeated work. It's just one fluid, quick flow that gives me a perfectly clean home without spending precious time cleaning the same spot twice. It truly is the easiest way to feel productive without getting completely exhausted. These 10 simple habits are the little secrets I lean on week after week to keep my home feeling light, fresh, and truly cared for. None of them require big effort or fancy tools, yet together, they create such a calm and welcoming space. I've learned that maintaining a tidy home isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about finding routines that work for your real life and sticking with them in small, steady ways. If you often feel overwhelmed by cleaning, my advice is to start slowly. Pick just 1 or 2 of these tips and try them out this week. Notice how much easier it feels when your tasks flow more smoothly without repeating the same work twice. Once those habits become natural, you can add in more little by little. Before long, your home will reflect all those quiet changes, and you'll wonder how you ever managed without them. I also created a separate video where I walk you through my own step-by-step process for decluttering different areas of the house. Think of it like sitting down together, and I show you exactly what works for me in the kitchen, the living room, even those tricky little corners that tend to collect clutter. If you're ready for the next step, I'd love for you to watch that one too. It pairs perfectly with the tips I shared today. And finally, if these ideas gave you even a small spark of motivation, I'd be so grateful if you could like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can create homes that feel peaceful, inspiring, and so much easier to love every single day.